Hello friend, welcome back to my new video. In this video we will discuss on a detail what is cash offer for my home. So we continue our video. What is cash offer? A cash offer refers to an all cash offer made by a purchaser to the seller of a real estate property. The purchaser does not need to mortgage or any other types of financing to complete the transaction and what is willing to pay cash to close the transaction. A cash buyer enjoys an advantages over other buyer who need a mortgage because the seller is interested in choosing a buyer who can close the transaction quickly without an uncertain underwriting process. For a mortgage buyer, there is no guarantee that the lender will approve to loan. Various factors such as credit scores and home appraisals may cause the bank to reject the loan application. These factors make financed offer usually less attractive to the seller as compared to the cash offer that comes with no strings attached. How to make a cash offer on a house? Depending on the nature of the market, a cash offer provides several benefits to both the seller and the buyer. The buyer should follow the right procedures when making a cash offer to make sure it is accepted by the seller over the other offers. Here is how to do it the right way. Point number one, accumulate the cash into the one account. A buyer can source cash from various sources such as personal saving, cash gifts from family and friends, inheritance money, employment incomes, business income, etc. Accumulating the funds into one account can make it easy to track the money you will need at the time of closing. It will also be easy to produce one bank statement as a proof of funds rather than having to provide multiple documents to the seller as a proof of the funds. If the buyer intends to use proceeds from the sale of securities of a real estate, the assets should be liquidated into cash before entering into the sale contract. The buyer should have ready cash before sitting down with the agent of the seller to write an offer to buy the property. Point number two, prepare a budget of home buying expenses. Apart from having ready cash for the real estate property, the buyer should also have budget from other home buying expenses. Some of the expenses may include property taxes, home inspection fees and home owner association fees. The total budget for all the expenses varies from state to state. The buyer should check out the specific cost before entering into a purchase contract. Point number three, create the cash offer. The buyer or her agent should fill the form used in the state where the property is located. The buyer should include a modest deposit that boosts the credibility of the offer. They should also attach a copy of the latest bank statement as proof that the buyer has the funds required to close the transaction. Point number four, make the deal attractive where the seller is presented with a host of cash offer from the interesting bidders. The buyer will need to sweeten to deal the convince seller that their offer is the best. Since a cash offer does not involve the underwriting process, the buyer may process a nearby closing date of about 10 days instead of the usual 30 to 40 days or more. If the property is new or recently renovated, the buyer can remove the home inspection contingency and offer to conduct a home inspection for information purposes only. Another price that is above all existing offer. Benefits of a cash offer. The following are some of the reasons where seller prefer to cash offer over other offer with loan financing. Point number one, fast closing. A buyer who is offering cash for the purchasing of a home does not need the length waiting period of the traditional home sale. When all the required contingencies have been met, the two parties can close the transaction in the less than the 10 days. The seller will get money sooner. The buyer will take over the ownership of the property within the short duration. If the buyer is using loan financing, the process can go longer than months as the lender verifies the creditworthiness of the buyer. If there are questions regarding the credibility of the borrower, the lenders will not approve the loan, which will derail the process. Point number two, no contingencies. A traditional home sale that includes a mortgage, homes buyers typically require various contingencies before the transaction can be closed. Some of the contingencies include home inspection, appraisals, mortgage, financing, etc. The contingencies several to slow down the process. In the case of the cash offer, the buyer may choose to skip the contingencies and remove potential stumbling blocks that may derail the purchase of the property. Thanks for watching this video and subscribe my channel for more interesting videos.